It's very energetic, it's very creative.
It's interactive, it's diverse.
Everybody's voice is heard.
The charrette is a way to help shape the future.
Imagine that you won the lottery.
Bill Lennertz is a believer in community transformation. Bill is the executive director of the National Charrette Institute. This nonprofit educational organization teaches the NCI Charrette System, a holistic planning process that can pave the way for positive change, from simple infill development projects to those that include entire communities.
What should I write up here? How can I boil that down?
In their training courses held around the country, NCI teaches professionals and community leaders how to prepare for and conduct intense collaborative planning events called charettes.
It's kind of a combination between a New England town meeting and a barn raising. The energy and excitement behind a traditional barn raising is that everybody is involved in the creation of something, and you need everybody to play their roles strongly to create this barn. And at the end, it's an amazing community building event.
Professionals have experienced the power of charettes. James Moore is the National Director of Community Planning and Urban Design for HDR Incorporated.
You write a vision statement in it?
He's helped facilitate close to 100 successful charettes around the country.
Increasingly, we're recognizing that even the simplest planning projects or problems have lots and lots of ramifications. They touch many, many other things. Transportation, environmental issues, how people live, how people work, habitat issues, financial issues. And for a project of that nature, about the only way you can successfully resolve them is through the charrette process.
A charrette is not just a one-day workshop. It's a high-energy, multiple-day planning event where everyone has a voice in the process.
I like to see stop signs. I like to see little islands sticking out.
The NCI Charrette System can be applied to all types of planning projects. It can revitalize downtowns, just as it did for Providence, Rhode Island.
I have found that through the charrette process, we've been able to generate better consensus, better understanding, and better support for what we're doing.
It's been a screaming success in terms of turning around really much was a vacant, beautiful but vacant downtown into a thriving downtown full of people living there, full of people shopping there.
Charettes can help restore communities after natural disasters like Hurricane Katrina.
It gave us hope. It showed us, with our input and each of our communities' input, what we could rebuild, what we could become, not necessarily bigger, but even better.
The NCI Charrette System can also revive aging inner-city neighborhoods. East Fort Myers, Florida is counting on that. The challenges here are ideally suited for a charrette. It's part of the old town, a part that's seen more prosperous times in generations past. Now, wounded by economic hardship, crime, and a growing sense of hopelessness, this is a place desperate for change.
We need ambitious and visionary plans. We need plans that will inspire people.
The town planning firm of Dover, Cole & Partners is about to put the NCI Charrette System to work in East Fort Myers. The NCI Charrette System allows people to create their sustainable community plans together. It begins with charrette preparation, followed by the multi-day charrette, and finally, implementation, putting the plan into place. This charrette preparation phase is perhaps the most important part of the process. It can take from 6 weeks to 9 months before the charrette and includes a rigorous project assessment, stakeholder education, base data research, and charrette logistics. This helps to ensure that the right information and the right people are available for a successful outcome. The charrette begins with a brain trust of experts joining the designers, including economists, planning consultants, environmental pros, and transportation experts,
This intense period is one in which we bring together all kinds of information and people with expertise, and the public, and authorities and decision makers, and we put them all into the mix and work it out together.
The line rate's a little bit thicker.
The design team scrambles to get ready for the evening's kickoff meeting with the public. City Manager William Mitchell pays the Charette team an early visit. He knows the stakes are high.
I don't want it to be a waste of time. I want for something of value and something of usefulness to come from the charrette.
Good evening, my name is Andrew Georgiadis.
At the kickoff that evening, the team talks about the upcoming design workshop and how neighbors can have a hand in creating a new and improved place to live and work.
We have our eye on the long-term horizon, and we have our eye on things we can do right away.
But the people of East Fort Myers are jaded by empty promises of the past.
Are half of you being paid to be here? Who's here in an unofficial capacity, just as a concerned citizen?
What we need is things actually done and somebody held accountable.
The truth is, if y'all don't believe in the plan, it won't get implemented. The best plans are made by many hands. The best accountability process you can implement is the one where you are with us as we go.
Thank you for all attending tonight.
The next morning, concerned citizens take a chance and turn out for the hands-on workshop.
Rather than showing little bits of hodgepodge progress,
each person will weigh in with their best ideas on how to make their neighborhood a better place.
Without any new construction.
If you get it turned over, you can immediately put it to use. When people walk into a charrette, they should feel like they're walking into a creative cyclone that's magnetic, and they don't want to go home.
There's people involved, there's emotions, there's reasoning, there's anger, and sometimes a lot of passion, and at the end you really come up with a good product that I think a lot of people feel good about.
We think that it's important that at this location there be some kind of mass transit exchange.
A world of different ideas, and yet some common themes emerge. Desire for a safer community, walkable, livable neighborhoods, and new quality development.
Thank you once again for attending, and we can't wait to see you at the Work in Progress presentation.
It was fun, it was challenging, exciting at times, it was good debate.
When the workshop ends, it's back to the design studio, where the team begins reviewing table drawings and synthesizing ideas from citizens.
This is the Historic Center, right? So
the best ideas will win. Doesn't matter where they come from. We're looking for the best ideas. And also being very straightforward about some of the measures that are in place for these best ideas. Like, it needs to be financially feasible. It needs to meet the market. It needs to be able to be built.
The Charette team is now into their 4th day and making steady progress.
where we like to introduce like a little commercial mixed-use park.
Across the room, police talk about crime. City staff weigh in on housing, code enforcement, and economics. This is part of the first feedback loop with city staff and community members. Feedback loops give stakeholders the chance to continually review the evolving plan and offer instant feedback to the team. Charettes last at least 4 days, sometimes more, in order to accomplish 3 feedback loops. Because of its complexity, the East Fort Myers charrette will be 7 days long. It's a transparent process.
I'm very pleased. Good participation by our residents and property owners in the area. So that's, to me, so important.
As the concepts take shape, designers add color and they're scanned into computers.
Wow.
The ideas do share something in common. They are sustainable solutions. And because sustainability issues can be so complex, the charrette is the best path to finding answers.
You're talking about addressing multiple areas of expertise simultaneously. And truthfully, the charrette is it's absolutely ideally set up to do that.
For the same reasons, professionals have learned that charrettes make sound financial sense.
The big key is rework. You're not doing things over and over again and shopping it around to the different people. You're bringing everybody to the table at one time, and you're getting buy-in early in the process, which helps make the process much more successful.
Day 7, the final day of the charrette. design team prepares for the evening's work-in-progress presentation to the public. Even the best plans can't help if they're never implemented. A key to success will be maintaining momentum. A good strategy helps too. The final plan will feature a menu of improvements and a detailed course of action, from zoning and code changes to funding solutions. That evening, anxious citizens file into council chambers. The mayor quickly hands the reins over to the Charette team. They begin to present the comprehensive and detailed set of plans and policies that have been created over the last week.
You can have growth and change that makes things better rather than worse. In fact, you should demand it and accept nothing less.
The team shows how dated shopping centers can be transformed into walkable town centers, how good design can create safer and better housing. They offer a plan for more parks and gardens, and they show where more dense development could be an asset to the community. Finally, the jewel of East Fort Myers, the Caloosahatchee River, is to be celebrated. A public promenade along the riverfront would give citizens access and a new point of pride, an exciting place to live, shop, and dine. A few highlights of a very detailed plan.
Thank you all very much.
A roadmap to a better life.
I thought it was fabulous. I mean, there's a lot of great ideas.
They heard us loud and clear. They were listening.
Do I love all of it? No. But I think it's a good start.
This wasn't just a bunch of pretty watercolors, but there were reasons and explanations behind everything that they did.
I am very positive that we're going to have a very good change for the benefit of everybody here in Fort Myers.
It's the beginning of a rebirth for a community that is ready. With an inspiring plan and the heart to achieve it, East Fort Myers has found its voice and its vision. The NCI Charrette System is a powerful process for community transformation. Planning and conducting charrettes requires specialized skills, tools, and techniques. The National Charette Institute offers publications and certificate trainings to help you create plans to transform your community. To learn more about the NCI Charrette System that has helped East Fort Myers, Florida, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Providence, Rhode Island, and countless other communities around the world, please visit www.charretteinstitute.org.